Hello, Earthlings. I'm Ian.
And I'm Sven, and we are Heads in Jars, playing Nazi zombies and talking about your world. Alright, Broncos country. Welcome back to another Dice Cast with the Thundering Dice Brothers. It is a Monday morning recap of the Broncos Bengals moral victory.
Moral victory. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah, we won in morals, but we didn't win in reality. I like that. We should have won.
Yeah, there were a couple moments there where I thought that was our game.
The biggest point was when Bo was like, "All right, 2-point conversion," and Peyton was like, "Nope."
See, I think you know what I think that was. It was the. I'm gonna blame the refs again, but it was the replay officials having to confirm that Marvin Mims did catch that ball for the touchdown. I think with if they had just confirmed it right away and moved on to the PAT / 2-point conversion, we probably would have stayed out there and done that 2-point conversion because why not? The defense is probably gassed a little bit on their heels. Now with the replay officials timeout, that gave them plenty of time to regroup and get ready for whatever 2-point conversion we might have had in store.
Interesting.
I still don't agree with the decision to go to overtime. You know, play to win, guys. Fuck it. You know, go for it. This is an elite quarterback, an elite offense. We had shown very little resistance to them. They could basically move the ball at will. We tightened up well in the red zone. They didn't go for field goals. They went for it on fourth down a couple of times. We got some good stops. So the points weren't there, but man, just looking at the time of possession and the yards between the two, it's not even close.
No, it's really not. Yeah, and I mean, our defense showed up like mad on every single one of our drives, especially in the red zone.
They did, but we couldn't force a punt to save our lives.
Nope. Yeah, that's true. Like they were always either to get they could get the first down a lot of the time, especially down the middle. And then,
I think that was such a bad decision to go to OT instead of going for the 2-point conversion because, you said, they were moving the ball at will across the field. The points don't show it, but the time of possession and the yards definitely show the disparity between the two teams. So with that in mind, knowing the defense was having a really hard time stopping Joe Burrow and co. get down there into the red zone. Why try to rely on the defense again? Like, the offense had some momentum there, man. I mean, Bo Nix slinging those long check down Nix, getting those giant touchdown air yards, 67 yards in the air for that one touchdown.
Biggest NFL game he's played in, 1st and 10. Good time. McClinchy a block. Going deep. Oh, he's got him! He's got Mims! Touchdown!
The one to Marvin Mims was a 25-yard touchdown, but he was throwing it off his back foot past the 35-yard line.
That's Burton next to the quarterback, Nix. 4th and 1.
Anarumo saying, get over the top of Sutton.
Burton the block. And Nix will throw it. It is caught. Touchdown.
Like that. Those are legit plays that give the offense momentum. Go for two there. Go for two. Don't put it on your defense.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I'm going to give shit on the Bengals for not doing a field goal when they had the chance earlier on in OT to win the game. Like, no, we want a touchdown here. Like, and that's when we got the ball.
You can't win with a field goal in the first possession. Remember, it has to be a touchdown in the first possession to win.
Yeah, but like they had a couple times after the first possession where they could have just kicked it, where they were close enough and they could have just kicked it in, and they were like, no, we're gonna go for it to march down further to get to touchdown. So
I don't know if they're looking for a touchdown so much as an easier field goal. Like when they had to, they did get down to a 20-yard field goal, or 26-yard field goal, whatever it ended up being. I don't remember the exact number, and it just hit the upright. You know, like the defense did get a stop there, like did prevent a touchdown in the first series, and then forced them to settle for a field goal. But the field goal would have won it anyway. Yeah, and I don't know, rookie kicker, young replacement kicker, not rookie, who had only played a couple games this season. They didn't have a lot of faith that he had the leg for it, probably.
Oh, fuck off. Not you, zombie.
Oh, crap. It's because... Oh, you did open this, but I was hanging out here. Like a damn fool.
Yes. You're enjoying the talk too
Whoa.
much.
Nope. I just cornered myself stupidly. And, yep, like the Broncos, backed myself into a corner, and now we have to play Kansas City and win.
Well, that was always hopefully going to happen, us winning against Kansas City. Because fuck KC. But
I really like not having to rely on that last game, you know? Like, if we had won against the Chargers, then we would have been in the playoffs. If we won against the Bengals, we would already be in the playoffs. Now it comes down to the Chiefs. And, you know, fuck KC and the state of Missouri. And most of the river in that area is probably polluted.
Yeah. And if we lose against them and it's all their fucking secondary, then that's going to be even more embarrassing.
Oh, that'll be so embarrassing. If we lose to their backups, if we lose to Carson Wentz, that'll be gross.
Yeah, very gross.
But we've talked a little bit about what went wrong. Let's talk about what went right. Because
the defense
end of the
definitely went
day,
right.
I mean, yeah, defense got
But
forced
the
a
offense
fumble.
too. Yeah, but the offense too, though, like definitely. I mean, it wasn't for a lack of trying, and it's not like our offense sucked either. You know, I mean, like, there were plenty of really good throws, some good passes. I mean, you know, like it was just a combination of not being able to get, you know, past certain downs, and then some real interesting flag calls.
And some questionable play calling by Sean Payton.
Yeah.
You know, I know we don't have a strong running game, but it was working yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the exact number, but it was like almost double-digit number of passes that were screens or similar behind the line of scrimmage. Now, I get wanting to get Marvin Mims more involved in the game. We can see what he can do. He had that 98-yard touchdown reception or 96-yard touchdown reception earlier in the year. Against the Bengals, against the Browns, he had this beautiful 51-yard touchdown reception today. He had the catch to send it to overtime as well.
Yeah.
You know, like, I know we want to get him more touches, but I'm not a big fan of lining him up in the backfield all the time. Like, unless you're doing some jet sweeps, these screens from the backfield, God, they feel like they're really just hit and miss, or we just get like tackled for a loss, or I know a screen is part of a running game, but it just doesn't work very well. I don't like it. We do it too often. Trust your quarterback and your players to make a play out in the field, in space, between the hashes, somewhere.
Yeah. And if you want to talk about actually the rushing stats, we have for this game, I mean, it's 23 yards total for the Broncos, and it's only 115 for Cincinnati. So our stats on rushing are all better than Cincinnati's, except long. They have our long was like 13, and their long's 19.
Okay, so they had a little more of an explosive running game there for that one play at least. And yeah, like I said, our running game was actually okay yesterday. And that's another reason it was kind of weird that we just decided to pass it a bunch in overtime. You know, like technically, you could have played for a tie, I guess, because a tie still gets you into the playoffs.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what Sean was trying to do. If he was trying to do that, I don't know why you'd call passing plays, because passing plays stop the clock if they're incomplete or they go out of bounds. And our passing plays were incomplete or out of bounds. That's just kind of how we ended up playing the overtime period. It's just a bummer.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, and like if you're talking about like difference in receiving yards, it's almost, we have 200, or the Broncos have 219 receiving yards, and Cincinnati has 412. So basically 2-1.
Oh yeah. Joe Burrow is an elite fucking quarterback. Don't give him an opportunity to win it against you in overtime. Don't even let him see the field. You've got a better than 50-50 chance, I feel like, of getting into the end zone on that 2-point conversion. You've got one of the best rushing quarterbacks in the league. You have a running game that actually seemed to be working. Ooh, it's round 4. I feel like we could have gotten in there. There's got to be a play that Sean Payton has just been like getting wet over trying out and had no one seen it yet. He should have pulled that play out yesterday, and we should have gone for it there. So
yeah, because we know that he's.
Look at the numbers real quick, or think of the numbers. I guess I don't have actual statistics here in front of you, but let's assume you got a 40% chance or so of making it into that 2-point conversion, which is probably better than what it was. However, to get a win in overtime, you have to first make sure you win the coin toss. So that's 50-50. Yep. Once you win the coin toss, then you have to score. You have to march down the field and score a touchdown. Well, the Broncos struggled with that. The first half, we did dick all with the football. We scored 3 points. So obviously we were struggling getting down in the end zone. I mean, Bo Nix had to play hero ball sometimes. The design bomb to the end zone to Mims obviously wasn't just a hero ball, but it was perfect. He had to be perfect on that. Yeah. And the ball that was on a 4th and 1 play that scored the touchdown, that's like hero ball. That's scrambling out of the pocket and just chucking it up into the air like, fuck it, Mims is back there somewhere. Double coverage. Like, that had to be another perfect play for it to work. So there was no guarantee that we were going to do well in OT. And then on the other side, our defense has struggled stopping them. You give an elite quarterback who's playing for his season and his career, because he's on a 1-year prove-it deal. It's the odds are just so stacked against you in that situation. Like, of course they were going to come back and win it somehow. But no. We took the coward's way out and went to overtime. That's my rant about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't disagree.
And I may have actually been incorrect about the 1-year prove-it deal. I may be mistaking Joe Burrow with Sam Darnold for some reason. Probably because I watched that game yesterday too. So I think he's actually on a long-term contract. But anyway, playing for his season.
Yeah. The points that you made, minus that one, still stand. You don't want to let him have the ball, or as little possible time with the ball as you can give him. Yeah.
But the game is what it is.
It wasn't. Oh, I guess.
It was one of the most exciting Broncos games I've seen in a long time. Like, it was a heartbreaker, but goddamn, is it nice to be in a meaningful heartbreaker.
Yeah. It's not like we're losing to a really crappy team that we absolutely should have won. I mean, we still should have won this, obviously, but we lost to the Raiders.
At least we didn't lose to the Raiders.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say. I was like, did we?
No, we swept the Raiders this year.
And so long as we win against Kansas City, I'm not necessarily. I mean, like, obviously for the playoff implications too, but it's Kansas City. We lost against them in the most dirty way possible. We got to win against them now.
Plus, we have a non-blood relative who's from that area, and I'm glad he's not there anymore, but he does still like the Chiefs, so he's gonna be at that game. So it'd be really funny to give him some shit.
Yes, so how was that Broncos win? Did you enjoy losing to the Broncos? You were there. You saw it. It was great, wasn't it? Oh yeah, I want to gloat.
You know what he's gonna say though, since they're not starting their starters.
Yeah, he'll be like, you had it easy.
Yeah, exactly. He'll be like, yeah, good for you guys. Golf clap. Well done. Now beat us in the playoffs or something. Now that would be epic if we took the Chiefs out. If we finished the season beating the Chiefs, somehow made it past wildcard weekend, faced the Chiefs somehow in the divisional round, beat them. Oh, that would be glorious.
That would be glorious.
Then we would have some actual ground to stand on for shit talking. Oh yeah. No, Chowa! Speaking of ground to stand on about shit talking, jeez.
Whoa.
Yes, I got blindsided. You might want to have Skadoodle upstairs. I mean, at worst, I lose my Thompson.
True, and you do have 7,200 points.
Yeah, I think I'll be at 8. How do I have more than you? Oh, you opened the door. That's right.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I can get to you. Let's see. Wow, that's a lot of halfies. Never mind.
Something that I observed about myself while I was watching the game is there were a lot of moments where Bo Nix scrambled for a first down. Bo Nix threw a perfect pass that only the receiver could catch.
From the 36, McClinchy the block, and time right on the money, caught by Vele.
And I realized that if I were watching that as an opposing team, I would be getting so frustrated. Like, how the hell did he complete that pass? Where did that come from? How is that possible? How did the defender not get in the way? You know, any number of things like that. But because I'm watching my team play, I don't feel that way. I'm always like, oh my God, oh yes, I got a first down. Whew, fucking A. I think I've got like legit PTSD from the last 9 years of watching Broncos football because nothing was a gimme. Everything was a struggle. And now that we've got a quarterback that can actually make those throws, it's still not enough for me because I still feel like we're just going to drop the ball at any moment and it's going to fuck up. And it's going to take time for me to realize that we don't suck. It's weird.
No, we definitely, we don't suck. We got lots of promising potential players. No, that's not the right phrase. There's a lot of potential in our promising players. That's what I'm going for.
And they're all very young. We have the third youngest team in the NFL. That's, we thought that was going to be a huge problem in the offseason. We're going to have a young, inexperienced team full of nobodies who can't actually compete at the NFL level.
Yeah,
and
that would suck.
And Sean Payton took that personally.
He's like, should.
Hell no. I'll show you what I can do with a bunch of slept-on scrubs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's been a good year. Slow start, really strong middle. A little bit of, I'm not going to say a fizzle out in the last games because that's just absolutely unfair. Because all the games have been really close. Yeah, they've just been tough games, really close. Small things not in our favor, like a buttload of flags or
like some of that stuff is just so annoying. Phantom. Like there were a couple times where we had Joe Burrow and co. really backed up. Big sack to finish off a drive, and then actually there's a phantom PI call somewhere, or no, a phantom illegal contact call on PJ Locke across the field, 20 yards down.
It has nothing to do with the play itself. It's like what the hell?
If PJ Locke had tied his hands behind his back in that, he still wouldn't have had an impact on that play because Zach Allen and Baron Browning and Jonathan Cooper came bearing down on that play so fast.
Yeah.
Man, that kind of stuff really. When the refs, I know it's really, really, really shitty to say, oh, we lost because of the refs, because we didn't. There's plenty of other things that we did wrong, but man, sometimes the refs really piss me off.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can only take so many like retarded calls until you take it personally and you're just like, you guys are just being assholes. You guys are just paid off.
I don't get why refs aren't full-time employees of the league. Like, how the hell are they paid six-figure salaries to not work for the league? They're like contractors. They don't have regular jobs. They're like fucking lawyers and doctors and I don't know, probably nothing useful like an EMT though. That's not fair to doctors
or EMTs.
They're not something useful like an EMT.
Oh, I heard that the opposite way. Like they are EMTs, they're useless, and I was like, wait,
no.
Yeah, now I get it. Okay.
EMTs.
Yeah, translation error in the headphones. But
I know the season hasn't come to a close, so a season recap isn't complete without the postseason being completed as well. But like I said, there's almost this unfortunate level of like PTSD about the last several years, and it's hard to like oh my god, what am I doing? How am I stuck here? No! God, I was not paying attention to the game, trying to gather my thoughts. See, that's what we do for you people. We literally die for you in games.
Yep.
But it's hard to remember that we're not the same team we were 3 years ago. And there's so much actually to be hopeful for. Like for the first time in a long time, there's growth and there's potential, like you said. Like the difference between this year and next year will be amazing. The difference between the first couple games of this season and now is absurd. The way Bo Nix looked in games 1 and 2 and the way he has looked, even in this 3-game slide, he has been doing well. I mean, he threw I don't know,
260
78% completion, 3 touchdowns. That pick was bad. If he hadn't done that pick, we were driving on that. I think we might have scored there somehow on that drive. That would have been great. That pick was bad.
Yeah.
Again, rookie, playing in a tough game. On the road as well. Can't forget there's no home field advantage there. Taking it to overtime with some seriously heroic shit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, you also, he was under mad pressure too, because 13 attempted sacks, only 2 of them went through, but still, that's a lot of scrambling.
It is, but it isn't.
3rd and 14. They need the 43. Time is there. Blocked by Brown. Here comes Allen. Down goes Burrow.
Well, no, you're right. It is, but it isn't. I'm just giving him.
His sacks were he took two sacks,
big ones,
and they're back-to-back sacks, which is unfortunate. It killed the drive.
Yeah.
But as a rule, our offensive line is studly. We have one of the best pass protecting O-lines in the football in the NFL. Sometimes Nix bails out of a clean pocket a little early. I think that's a little bit of still learning to trust that these dudes got it, that they will protect him, and other times, stats are a quarterback. Sorry, sacks are a quarterback stat as much as they are an O-line stat. Look at the same, essentially exactly the same O-line is playing in front of Bo Nix as was playing in front of Russell Wilson last year, and Russell Wilson was like the most sacked quarterback in the NFL. So that's great proof that the quarterback has more or as much to do with sacks as the O-line does. And Bo Nix does get happy feet sometimes, and he doesn't take sacks. He doesn't take very many pressures. He doesn't have a real stained jersey often. So the pressure thing wasn't really an issue. It was mostly his receivers just not getting separation oftentimes. And then playing a lot of short behind the sticks calls when our receivers can't get yards after catch. Our running backs don't get yards after contact.
They've got great confidence in each other. McLaughlin the back. Mel, thank you. 1st and 10. Nix and McLaughlin, who didn't play last week, and he slithers his way into the secondary for a 1st down.
Oftentimes they go down at the first sign of a tackle, and that's the play is over. So it means that Bo Nix has to be fucking perfect all the time. He's got to hit his receiver in stride so they can get a yard after catch. He has to hit every play perfectly so that, and the call has to be perfect as well. And there's so much stuff that has to be perfect for this team to succeed. There's not a lot of margin for error with our receivers and our running backs. It's so easy to go 3 and out with this offense if Bo isn't perfect, it seems like.
Yeah, that's true. The last drive of the Broncos in OT was a pretty good example of a 3 and out where just couldn't get everything you needed. Like, you had the connection there.
Yeah, and then that overthrow by 6 inches or maybe a little more, maybe 8 inches. It sucks. But again, sometimes I wonder if we had a stud. Well, Mims is kind of a stud, actually. He just overthrew it. But that's the thing. Again, we're criticizing Bo for an overthrow there. Yeah, well, you can't really expect your rookie quarterback or any quarterback to be 100% perfect 100% of the time, because then you'll be disappointed 100% of the time.
Yeah, because if our team or if our home team, and of course this is blasphemy, I'm about to say this, so forgive me, Lucifer. But if the KC was actually our home team and shit like that, we would be giving Mahomes so much shit and the whole team about lucking your way into 15-1. We don't deserve this. We're just lucking our way into this. What the hell, guys? We were so good before, and now it's just the last 2-3 seasons. It's just a dramatic slide.
We're finding a way,
it's always
but it
a winning one.
Pretty and there's a lot to criticize if you just look at a statistics point of view. I got the door. If you looked at a statistics point of view for Mahomes, he's having a slump. He's having an off season, and yet here they are 15-1. So they're the example of a team that doesn't matter how they do it, they get it done somehow. Somehow, someone on that team, some facet of their gameplay ends up making the difference. Whether that's a special teams play that seals it on a blocked kick, whether that's an amazing tight end play by Kelsey, whether that's hero ball by Nix, not Nix, by Mahomes, whether it's Mahomes being all gimpy and somehow still running for a first down when it really matters. That's the kind of shit that they figure out a way to do that the Broncos don't. The Broncos are a good team, not a great team. The Chiefs are a great team.
Yeah.
But we're in hot pursuit. We're not far off. We're gonna be great.
Oh no, yeah.
Bo Nix
give us
is gonna be great.
What do you mean going to be great? I think he is doing. Well, okay, maybe he's not great yet. Like, yeah, because great is like Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning, 2004 or 2013 or something. Like, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. That's at least. Oh, mother of God, man! I'd blow chunks of this game today. All right, that was dope. I popped up from that death and just capped that dude in the face.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah, there's some stuff that we want to get in the offseason. There's watching Mike Gesicki just catch everything thrown at him and then getting 5 yards after catch a lot of the times to get those first downs, or even just struggling an extra yard or two to get a first down. We're just missing players that have the ability to do that. It just seemed that our tight ends can't break a tackle. Our running backs often go down on shoestring tackles where other running backs... Where other running backs will really, we'll be able to push through that contact. That's what we need. We need just a few studs. We got a quarterback.
Yeah.
Now we build.
Yeah. Yeah, get the key players that are weaklings. Get some good in blood there. Good off season. After we win the Super Bowl, obviously.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I already laid out the path. We're gonna, somehow we're going to beat the Bills in our first round, and then we're gonna beat the Chiefs in the divisional round, and then we're gonna go to the AFC Championship game and play. I don't know who that would be. The Ravens? Oh shoot. Here we go. We'll beat the Ravens.
I don't know. I like this idea. Yeah, all three of them, especially. But so long as Lamar Jackson's the Ravens, right? He's the quarterback. Yeah, so long as he doesn't fucking get the MVP 3 times in a row, I'll be happy. That'll be a win. That'll be a season win in my mind. Oh,
I mean, if all that happened, that would be one of the hardest roads to the Super Bowl. Going through those 3 teams, having to beat all of them, and then go to the Super Bowl and then face what? The Lions or the Vikings, probably. Woohoo! Man, that would be a Super Bowl for the Asians. Not agents.
Yeah, for the Asians. The Asians would be coming in their pants with that one, man.
I don't know why. Young Hae-Koo is injured, and he's not on either team.
That sucks.
Wait, hang on. Young Hae-Koo is for... He kicks for... Crap. Now I'm drawing a blank on who he kicks for.
I would look it up, but they're dogs.
Yeah. Take care of business.
Yeah. But no, yeah. Overall, though, it was a hard loss because, it was such a close game. But I'm extremely happy, especially that the one play where our defense held them in the red zone for 6 or 7 tries, because the first 3 and out, and then the flag happens, so then they get another
again at the
out.
1 yard line. Yeah, that talk about your defensive goal line stand. That's where the defense has shown.
They put Jamar Chase and Chase Brown in the eye. 4th and 1. Burrow, Chase Brown, as he tries to gouge his way for that first down. And again, if the officials are true, they're short and showing well.
They have. This is a good stop. You see Benito, 15, coming off the edge, and he's the one that is able to drag him.
Brown the block, quickly Higgins side. Oh, he fumbled the ball. It may be loose. Surtain was there. Was it a catch?
Shown up. There we go. That's when the defense has really shown up. When those goal line stands, when the difference is a field goal or a touchdown, and they can somehow tighten up and get that done. I wish they could do that better in the middle of the field so we could get some punts more recently. They were doing great the first 2/3 of the season. The last 3 or 4 games seems to be less awesome by the defense. I think they're regressing a little bit. They're sliding back a little bit somehow, or either offenses are figuring out a way to attack the defense better, or we're not adjusting well, or we're playing better offenses, or a combination of, oh wow, more CZs. I got 3 CZs now.
Yikes. Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's probably like a little bit of a combination of us. Oh, nice, perfect. Of the defense tired and like the cracks starting to show because other defensive coordinators or offensive coordinators are looking at it and be like, okay, I can see what they've been doing more and more.
Dude, I shot that zombie like 3 times and he didn't die in insta kill, and then he killed me. Like that is,
Yikes.
You're gonna have to see that. Yeah, I'm curious to know what the actual answer to that question is. It's one of those things that I don't know if I'm even smart enough to speculate on. Thank you.
Everyone's smart enough to speculate on. It just doesn't mean that the learned person listening to our unimaginative speculation necessarily will agree with it.
True. All right, time for Juggernaut, clearly.
And to answer your question before, it would be shown. That's
okay.
That's present tense. Well, that's present past tense.
All right, word. Thank you for the writing clinic there. Or writing.
Yeah.
Part of speech, verbiage, whatever, linguistic awesomeness.
Yes, linguistic awesomeness. All right, I think that's pretty good Broncos coverage for our last game.
Yeah,
unless you can think of anything else.
No, we've got the Chiefs coming up. We all know what that means. This is literally the ride or die game. If we don't win this, we're not in the playoffs most likely. So let's show up. Let's have a good game plan. Let's not take it lightly. I hope no one on the field thinks, ha ha ha, it's only Carson Wentz. Because if they do, I'll find them and I'll smack them.
Yes. And I will smack them again, and then I'll put baby oil where I smack them, and then I'll smack them again, and then I'll put more baby oil on it, and then I'll smack them again, and then I'll put more baby oil on it, and so on, until their ass is as soft as a baby's bottom and as red as one.
Okay. Well, with that visual, we cut to Bo Nix to hear a few final words from the rookie quarterback.
Well, it's a complicated answer because it doesn't feel very good. But it's there, so I think the only good thing that comes out of games like this is you see us battle and you see us compete really hard. And, at the end of the day, that's, what we talk about sometimes this game. If you compete really hard, it'll bring you, you'll fail and it'll bring you flat on your face. But at least you're out there competing and you're not just kind of handing it over there to them and giving up. And, it creates a good team, and you won't always be flat on your face. So, eventually you keep competing and you pull these games out.
Wise words. Well, that's all we've got today. Thanks for watching.
Like, comment, and subscribe down below.
And we will catch you next time.